La Paz is full of street art, so you're going to find murals like this one all over the city. So I wanted to know a little bit more of the history and why the city has so many murals and the stories behind them. And I found that these stories are really deep, and I found a tour guide that is an anthropologist, and she is going to tell us more in this video. Amelie is originally from France and lives on a sailboat here in La Paz with her family. And she gives these tours, she can give the tours in English, Spanish, or French. Currently, she's doing tours that are about 10 of the kind of original murals here in La Paz, and that have really deep stories behind them. But she's also going to be starting some tours. That's a walking tour. She's going to be starting a couple of biking tours to see all the additional murals that are all over La Paz. So there's not only a lot of history inside each of the murals, but there's a lot of history about how the murals came to be here, or how so many came to be in La Paz. So if you take the tour, you can find out the details. But in this video, you're just going to get a quick overview.
I start the tour here in the Cayes Aragosa because that's where the street art begins a little bit in La Paz, especially in this building. It's a beach cafe now, but before it was a Tamal Gallery. And the Tamal Gallery has been started by an artist from Mexico City who came here. His name was Shotcraft. And he was a graffiti artist who also was incorporating a lot of figures in his art. And he decided that La Paz needed like a center for urban art. And so he decided to open this gallery where they was organizing a lot of workshops and promoting the urban art in general. So this mural is a project from Tamal Galleria, and the idea for them was to paint together and also to give credit to the street art and to have a real gallery that we can see here with like 4 pieces. They painted together. So here you have 2 artists who painted together. On the background has been painted by Shadcraft, and the gecko has been painted by Uli Martinez, who came from Oaxaca in 2012. Here the sound of the gecko is called El Besso del Silencio because of the noise they make at night. When you just go to bed and you begin to hear them, it's like, and so it's called El Besso del Silencio, the kiss of the silence. So you can see the analogy of the kiss all around with the lips. And on that side here, you have the mention of the Besso del Silencio. So, Uli, you can see already his style is very defined with symbolic animal as an entry, and after he's building inside with a lot of faces. And then we continue there. We have, this one is from Shadcraft, who started the gallery. Hola. This one also. So you can see he's working a lot about, geometric line, angularity. You have a cactus and a cascade. And here the collaboration is with the artist Senok. Senok has been painting like the raven over there, and all the background is Shadcraft. And here we have Uli Martinez with Shadcraft on the background. And that's the same idea. You take this huge elephant who is actually painting. I don't know, you see like his stroke is a brush. And then you incorporated millions of characters. And then you have an Indian, you have a pregnant woman lying on the bottom, you have fishes, you have birds. That's a good.
So we've come to the first mural that Amelie first starts her tour on, and I've asked her to give us a really abbreviated version of what she would telling the story behind this mural.
So this mural is a project from the Colectivo Tomate, who came here in 2017 with the idea to paint murals around the identity of La Paz, about the story of La Paz. So what you have here is a mural who's telling you a local story, which is a story of the Manglito, the fishermen of the Manglito. The Manglito is just like a neighborhood just right after the Malecon. And Eva Bracamontes, who is from Veracruz, has been very touched by that story because it's a story of a group of fishermen who managed to save the stock of pen shell. They were living from the pen shell for years, but the pen shell was just going down. So here in this mural you can see two little girls who are the daughters of the fishermen from that neighborhood. And they are the new generation, also who is supposed to carry the message of the conservation. In the hand, she has the Cayo de Hacha, the pen shell that they just have rescued. On the other hand, they have the little baby sea lion, because we are on this thematic of the childhood, you know, with these little girls. And all around what you can see is actually fauna and flora from La Paz. And actually, Eva Bracamontes, she's from Veracruz, so she didn't know exactly what to paint, so she went until the university to get some information. So it's really legit. You have here like those big cactus, the bisnaga that you can find here in the desert. You have the little rabbit, they are everywhere in the desert. And then you have, you know, like also lots of corals. And on the top, a parrotfish. Yeah, the parrotfish is important because here in town we had like a campaign to protect the parrotfish because they are very important for the health of the reef. By eating, they have beak instead of teeth. So by eating all the algae, by cleaning the reef, they allow more oxygen and then more fish. So we are trying to not catch them, and to support that campaign, she painted it just right there. And then the whole scene is supported by a giant turtle. Here in La Paz, we have 5 of the 7 marine turtles that are existing in the world. And at the end, we have a baby turtle because it's an echo to this thematic of the childhood, and we are talking about this new generation. So we are just in the same, in the same logic.
I've asked Amelie to share just one more mural with us, and then I'm going to share with you street art from all over La Paz.
So this project, Colectivo Tomate, had brought 27 artists in town. And Besso, he's from Cancun. And he decided here to show the contrast between the sea and the desert, which is spectacular here in Baja California. And for that, he decided to literally cut his mural in two and to just like kind of mix the element of the desert and the sea by putting some coral in the desert and vice versa.
So there's a lot more murals on Amelie's tour, and hopefully there'll be new tours maybe by the time you view this. So be sure to check out her website. I'll have a link down below so you can go and sign up for one of her tours when you're in La Paz. And there's just so much more street art. It's everywhere you look in La Paz, and it keeps growing. So for the rest of this video, I'm just gonna give you a tour of the street art that I found around La Paz, and Amelie was kind enough to share the Instagrams of the artists that she knew. And be sure to click the subscribe button if you're looking to move to Mexico. I live in La Paz, but a lot of what I talk about applies all across Mexico. Enjoy the show.